to explore the West Beach area of Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. Once again, this land was formed by the glacial retreat of Lake Michigan lobe of the Laurentide ice sheet. About 12,000 years ago, temperatures began rising, and as the ice retreated, it left these moraines, or big hills of debris, which managed to dam in the meltwater, essentially creating the first shoreline of Lake Michigan, about 8 miles landward of the present shoreline. The wave and the wind action eroded the moraine debris into sand, consisting mostly of quartz and silica grains, and then depositing them in the dunes. Good morning, everybody. This is Erin here. It is Saturday, November 17th. I am at Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore at West Beach. I am here to just kind of check out the sand dunes. I was going to come before sunrise and take a photo, but the weather is not cooperating. It is currently snowy rain. So I just wanted to take a hike, see what I can see. I've never been to West Beach. There's this fun stairway that I'm kind of looking at over here, and I don't know how many, I'm gonna have to count how many stairs there are. The dunes are big for this area. They provide like the only topographic relief in the area, so they're about maybe 130 feet tall at the largest. I think Mount Baldy is about 130 feet tall ish, give or take. So also the dunes, they migrate, they don't stay where they're at, so these numbers change. And the dune positions change, I think maybe 4 feet a year. I'll have to fact check that, but they are living, and which is kind of a cool feature of this area of the dunes. So, fun fact about the snow here, we do have what is called lake effect snow. It happens on the east side of actually all of the Great Lakes, not just Lake Michigan. And when cold, dry air blows over the relatively warmer lake, I guess I'm air quoting today, when the cold, dry air flows over the relatively warmer lake, it picks up moisture, freezes it, drops it down in a big, massive dump of snow. And in Indiana, they get the brunt of it. And it's so weird how, like, it's a narrow strip. And so, like, once you passed I-65, and in between I-65 and then, like, Michigan, like, literally, you can drive through this belt of snow. And it could be sunny in Chicago. It could be dumping snow in Indiana. You get to Michigan, and then bam, sunny again. It's just like one line of snow. It is kind of a cool feature. Every now and again the wind will shift and we will get some of it in Chicago, but it's big fat snowflakes and it's feet and feet of snow. I feel so, like, it's so treacherous to be driving during one of those snowstorms. Like, if it was bad, I probably would have turned around and gone back home. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, and hopefully as the day gets warmer it won't get worse, so I'm not trapped out here. So but kind of a cool feature, lake effect snow. Packable snow. It's fun. I am going to start out my trek. I'm going to head up this mountain here in the Midwest, our Midwest mountains, and we will see what we see when we get to the top. I have no protective gear for my camera, so I have my trusty garbage bag in my pocket, which I will be using if I take my equipment out. I don't really want to carry my tripod up the top of that mountain, but why not? It's my workout for the day, right? So let's get this ball rolling. Procrastinating here because it's cold and wet. All right. Fun fact about the Indiana Dunes and the sands here is that they're known as singing sands, and you can't hear it in this video, but it almost sounds like windshield wipers or maybe a squeegee, kind of squeak, 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 squeak when you're walking, which is kind of a fun feature. I can't say that I have ever hiked in snow boots in the sand. Alright, I'm like a block away from the car. I'm out of breath. So here we go. Let's count these bad boys. steps up, and this is our reward. Cars looking teeny tiny. Got a long lake in the distance there. Whew. Keep going. So this bridge, or these stairs, are a lot more than I thought they would be, which I'm kind of glad for because walking in the sand stinks, but it also protects the dune plants here, the grasses and the trees that get their roots destroyed by footsteps. It keeps people on the path and keeps everything nice and conserved. There are a lot of kind of just miscellaneous pathways that I think back in the day they just kind of let people run around wherever they wanted, and so now there's really an effort to keep people on trail to preserve the plant life, keep these dunes from just kind of eroding away. So I totally lost track of the amount of steps that are here after I got to the first lookout. Turning around, we're going back up. And we kind of should go back up a little bit back there. Sorry if I'm giving you whiplash here. Making myself dizzy. All right, up we go. All right, so got my camera set up in the snow here. Everything's getting a little bit wet, but how pretty is the snow right now with those evergreen trees? You know, you don't normally see pine trees. Are those pine trees? I'm assuming they're pine trees. I'll have to get down there and look. So I am set up here. I got f8, 1/15, ISO 100. I've got these stairs acting as kind of a leading line into the picture. Not quite on the thirds, but it's a little bit hard to get everything in because they're so weeble wobbly, because they are so crooked, but they're so interesting. The geometry is so interesting. I think I'll definitely come back to the spot when there's more snow. But for now, it's just quite beautiful and peaceful. There's nobody out here but me. Not mad about that at all. Can't say that I am. I can't even, you guys, see how beautiful this is right now. So pretty. I'm out here getting wet. I'm hot. I should put my hat back on, but I'm hot. I have hot rated gear on. Because I think I'm just a little bit too excited about it being cold and a trip I'm going to be taking to Upper Michigan. So ever since I started planning this trip, I've been freezing thinking about the cold and the ice. So I'm looking forward with the gear today. Probably forgotten away with a light jacket. I know there's no gap. So I am not sure if you can hear me at all over these waves that are crashing. I know if you're not familiar with the Great Lakes, they can seem like they're oceans, and honestly you can't see anything for miles. So they do have the appearance of an ocean. But I don't have any filters today. I do have a polarizer on. I don't have any ND filters at the moment for this 24 to 70 lens, but I'm doing the best I can to kind of get a long exposure shot at f/22. So
I mean, not ideal, but kind of is what it is. I am super close to being overexposed here, as far as I can get, just to kind of slow that shutter speed down as much as I can. So that said, I mean, we do what we can with what we have. So if you don't have filters, this is kind of a way to get that slow shutter speed, is to bump up your f-stop. Like mine goes to 22, so and then overexpose. But we'll see what can be done in Lightroom in post. I love Lake Michigan. I love it. It's so beautiful. Look at those patterns. And then, you know, when you see something like sandstone, when it's already turned to rock, you see the bedding here. And I love that on the dunes you can kind of see that same striation happening. It's pretty darn cool to see like the layers, tiny little layer of topsoil up there with the dune grass, and then all these little layers that are kind of slowly being eroded away here. I'm getting snuffly, so I think I'm gonna start heading back. What's kind of nice about this day is that down at the end of the beach is like homes. I think it's a home. God bless them for having a home on Lake Michigan. So you can't see it, it's obscured by the weather, so that's nice. I can get this nice clean shot from here. Otherwise, if it was a nice crisp day, I don't know, I don't like when civilization is in my nature shots, personally.
Saw that cool deer. It was awesome. He went so close. I wish I had a better lens. I wish I had my equipment out. But I got him on my phone, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so I am back from my lovely hike. I have never been in this area of the National Lakeshore. I did encounter maybe a handful of people, 5 people at the most, some sweet pups. Got to say hi to some beautiful puppies along the way, which is always nice. Very responsible owners keeping them on leashes, so that's good. I did see that white-tailed deer. That was awesome. It was beautiful in there. I do want to come back and take some photos when there is some snow on those evergreen trees and those stairways. That might make some interesting geometry. The lake, as always, was stunning. I love Lake Michigan. It never gets old to me. I feel a little flutter in my heart every time I see Lake Michigan, so that's always nice. My equipment did get a little wet here and there. It's been enduring very well. Keep in mind that if you bring your camera equipment to the dunes, it's sandy. And so I did see some sand on my lens, or my filter anyway, and so I didn't dare, because it was so wet, I just left it. I'm not gonna mess with it until it dries and I can remove it safely without it scratching. So there's sand everywhere again. My boots are sandy. I was in the lake for a minute or so, like at the shore, just trying to compose a shot. My boots held up well. Only thing that got wet today was just what I had exposed to the elements. So I'm really liking my f-stop bag, so that's good. I was complaining about my tripod, but it seems as though I just didn't have my straps tight enough to get it closer to my body, so it's kind of like dangling out there and pulling me backwards, so my fault. So remembering my outro today, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time here making this video for you. Leave a comment if you have any questions about this area, about the Chicagoland area, any of the equipment that I'm using, or any of the techniques that I might be able to share with you. I am happy to do so. That said, thank you so much for watching along. I am so happy to be making these videos for you. Like and subscribe if that is your thing, and happy shooting! Your girl loves her coffee, so I will be heading to the gym. I have a bladder the size of a pea. Pun intended. I'm rambling. It's time for a snack. Ugh, I'm so tired. A little cold, a little hard. I'll snack before I go.